Hey, peoples, how's it going? It's Thursday night, March 18th. Kind of a rainy night, man, and good night to do video. So, I'm sure you've read the description, otherwise you probably wouldn't be watching this, but this is my Who 45 collection in its entirety. And, it's a pretty decent collection, so I don't know why I didn't think of showing these when I was doing my LPs, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and start right now. It's relatively chronological. It's almost random how it is actually, but because it's kind of chronological, and yet there are re-releases that are in the mix. Here's the first one. All right, this was a I think this actually came out with a magazine. This backdoor release, and it's a re-release of I'm the Face and Zoot Suit, as you can see. And of course, I don't believe that this picture sleeve, I don't think that this is like some kind of a replica of some old picture sleeve. I think that this was a design that somebody used for this actual release. Backdoor Records. All right, here, let me pull it out of here. And I'm the Face by the High Numbers. Of course, that's the Who with a different moniker. And Zoot Suit on Backdoor Records. So they put this replica out. And you know, that's funny because I can't remember if this version has a fade out ending or if it just ends boom, 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 psh. And so I don't remember that, but I think it has a hard ending like the original version on Odds and Sods, on original pressings of Odds and Sods. It doesn't fade out. It has a hard ending. Why they started putting fade out endings on later releases of that song, I don't know why. Why not just include the whole song? I like that little ending, and it's what I'm used to because of Odds and Sods. So, but I think this came out in 1980. Backdoor Records is Phonogram. I think it's 1980 that this was that this re-release was released. But anyway, I remember when this came out, I vaguely remember being very, very excited about it, and still love it. It's so cool. It's so cool. I have 2 copies. Out of control. Yeah. All right, man. And this, it's just a flexi disc, and it came out of this cool magazine that came out years and years and years ago. When was this pressed? There was actually a second pressing of this that did not include that flexi disc. This was printed in '82. Richard Barnes. This is Richard Barnes' book. One of Pete's old buddies. All right, so yeah, the Who Maximum R&B, Richard Barnes, St. Martin's Press, and there was a second edition that was expanded, but no flexi disc in that release. So anyway, put this back. And this has demo versions of My Generation and Pinball Wizard. So really, this actually belongs in my Pete Townsend collection, but I keep it with The Who because, you know, that's my right to do so, I suppose. Two cool versions of, two demo versions of two Who songs, and I believe that at least one of them ended up on one of the Scoop albums, but that I'm not even sure of either. For those of you who don't know my mantra, it is, I am simply showing you what I have. I'm no expert. I'm just showing you what I own by the band because I love the band's music. So, if you want to talk to an expert, talk to Richard Weiner. That's the expert. That's the guy who knows everything about The Who and owns just about everything by The Who, including acetates that haven't really been released yet. So that's the guy you want to check out. And you should check out his Ultimate Who collection, which is online. I believe it's still online. I haven't seen it in a long time. But that's the guy who knows stuff. And I mean, down to which pressing of which album sounds absolutely marvelous. Which is the best. Richard knows this stuff. That I don't even know that stuff. My ears are tin after years of cymbal smashing, so. But anyway, to continue on. A lot of these are domestic, American release singles on Decca. This is one of them right here. This is I Can't Explain. It's their first American single, I believe. And boy, oh boy, this company sleeve is shot to hell. But here it is. I actually have I think I have a few different versions of this. I Can't Explain, where the actual print on the label is a little bit different. It's arranged differently. But anyway, I Can't Explain has that non-LP song Bald-Headed Woman on the back. Shel Tammy got some royalties from that because he helped him, I think he helped him write that one. Bald-Headed Woman and Bald-Headed Mountain by the Kinks. I think they did a song called Bald-Headed Mountain. But anyway, yeah, the producers, were wise. They were hip to that, where the money comes from. And so that's what happens. But anyway, I Can't Explain and Bald-Headed Woman. It's a goofy song, Bald-Headed Woman. It's nothing like I Can't Explain. But it is cool to have it. And this record is in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. I thought I had another version of that single, but it looks like maybe I was wrong, or maybe it's just out of order. Watch, that's what's going to happen. Here's another. Well, here's a British single release of My Generation. My Generation. And on Brunswick Records, as you can see. And Shout and Shimmy is the B-side of this. All right. And it's a little bit damaged. There's a little damage to the label on this side. You can see it's torn up a bit right there. Just a little bit. And I said, shoot, I'm going to take this. I'm going to buy this anyway. I bought this from Pellet Records in, oh shit, what town is it? Oh, man, I can't remember the town. Son of a gun. Really, It looks like it got slightly beat up, but it's actually pretty quiet. So you see some marks on this record, but they're not all that prominent when you play the record. Morristown, New Jersey. Years and years ago. I wonder if it's still there. I picked up a bunch of stuff from those guys, and this is one of those things that I picked up from them. A British import of my generation by the horrible ooh. And how great to have a copy of that, even if it is a little bit messed up on that label. Right, and then of course they ended up on the Reaction label, and this came out. Ready Steady Hooey P came out. Now this isn't an original. This is a re-release that came out back around, well, the original came out in '66. This you could tell it's not an original by the catalog number of this one. It's Who 7. Ooh 7. Ooh. Ooh all you. And I think this came out around 79 or 80. It was yeah, 79 or 80, right around the same time that Who Are You came out. That was when around the same time that The Kids Are All Right, the movie. I mean, that was after Keith's death, but that came out, and all kinds of cool stuff was coming out at that point. And this is one of those items, man. This is real nice. This is, actually, this might have been a couple of years later. Maybe this was a few years afterward. But anyway, what a beautiful record. And a nice replica of the Reaction label, of course. Beautiful. This is in beautiful shape. I mean, it's a replica. It came out, and I was the original owner, and take care of my shit. So this is great. This is versions of Disguises, Circles, Batman, Bucket T, and Barbara Ann. And there are a couple of different versions of Circles, or Instant Party as it's known as, on other releases, but I'm not sure exactly which release this happens to be. But both of those are kind of psychedelic tunes, man, and really great. The Who were great, man, when it came to psychedelic sound. So anyway, that's this. Here's something you're not supposed to have. But I picked this up years ago when I was going to college. And it's just a bootleg of Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, and Daddy Rolling Stone. And on side 2 is The Last Time and Under My Thumb. These weren't too easy to get your hands on back then, back in the late 70s or the early 80s. So, bootlegs were out there. And I saw this and I couldn't resist it because this cool splatter record. This beautiful gold record with black splatter in there. And I think that's just from the, well, I don't know what that's from, but I like it. I sure do like that imperfection. And I think it's Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere. I think that might be the French edit, which is a little bit different. And The Last Time and Under My Thumb are just those two Rolling Stones single tracks that they recorded for the Rolling Stones when they were in jail, and they wanted to help the guys out. So, and here is, I believe this is another bootleg, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere. It's supposed to be a promotional copy. I don't believe that this is a genuine article, a genuine promotional release of this record. I think that this is just a bootleg. Anyway, anyhow, anywhere, and Anytime You Want Me. The most non-Who-like song I think the Who ever recorded. Anytime You Want Me. It's bizarre that they even recorded that. But the reason I picked this up was for that song, to get a copy of it, because at the time I did not have a copy of it and wasn't even really aware of it until I learned about this record, which I believe I got mail order. So there you go, some bootleg version of a record that I don't think most people have. All right, and here we go. Here's another one that's really cool. I remember when I bought this too, and where is it's a little bit beat up, a little bit. That's an understatement. This is really messed up. It's like you could see the gouges in here. Can't feel them though, but you well, that one you can. Yeah, you can hear them. Anyway, an Atco single, a Who single on Atco Records, man, that's rare enough. All right, this is the only one that they ever released, I believe. And Substitute with the B-side, Waltz for a Pig, which is not actually by the Who, it's by the Graham Bond organization, I think it was. And it's just not even a Who song, it's just this goofy, it's like you're at Oktoberfest when you hear Waltz for a Pig. It's like you should be drinking a pint and then maybe 5 more, because I don't know, the music's driving me to drink, that's for sure. It's not a Who song at all. But anyway, kind of cool. Tried walking forward, but my feet walk back. All right, it's got that line in it. I guess you'd have that these days, you know? They probably never would have recorded the original line. So, anyway, that's what that is. Here's something bizarre. All right, the sleeve. I made this sleeve, man. I actually made this sleeve. This bootleg sleeve. I had to do this because I had a copy of this beautiful promotional Decca record, Young Man. It's Young Man, and then it says blues underneath it in parentheses. Young Man Blues, right? And Substitute. And this is the real thing, man. I don't believe this is a bootleg. This is a actual promotional release of Young Man Blues and Substitute. But it didn't come with this cool promotional sleeve. So I just found that online and I printed it up myself. I think that this is what was on the back. So it's actually some sloppy replica. I believe it's an actual sloppy replica of the original article, but it is a boot. If you saw my Genesis video, and if you're a Who fan, maybe you didn't, because that's kind of, I don't know, is there a big intersection of Who fans and Genesis fans? I don't know if there is or not. I'm part of that intersection because I love them both. But my version of Happy the Man has a bootleg sleeve, but it's a lot better than this. I didn't make it. Somebody else did, and they did a hell of a lot better job. So anyway, that's what this is. Pretty hard to get a copy of this in such mint shape. This record's in great shape. All right. And Here's another Decca record. Another beautiful domestic pressing. I'll tell you what, when I was a little kid, there was a place called Woolworths, and I grew up in central Jersey. This was in Somerville. And I remember you could go to Woolworths, and they had all kinds of stuff at Woolworths, but they sold 45s there. I remember there was a bin. It was like this big plastic or metal bin that had a lot of 45s in their in their factory jackets. Okay. And they were actually all wrapped up in plastic. Each record was sealed up in a little plastic bag that was loosely in there, but at least it was sealed so it would prevent any scratches. And I think that all of them had these little punch outs, these little punch holes in them. All right, that doesn't mean it's a promo. It just means it's a cutout. It was overstock. So, but at least you could get if you looked through there, you could find all kinds of stuff. I should have dug through there and found all the Who singles, because I remember seeing lots of Decca records in there. A lot of these Decca labels, and I'm sure that a lot of them were Who records. This is probably where I got this one from, but actually probably not, because when I was a little kid, I wasn't really collecting Who singles at that time. Like I found I went out and got Out of Space by Billy Preston on A&M Records. Now, Out of Space, that was a hot fucking number when I was in 3rd or 4th grade. That came out in 72 or 73, I think. And it was one of my favorite songs I ever heard on the radio. So I went and got that. But anyway, I don't remember when I got this or where I got it from, but it is in beautiful mint shape, except for that punch hole. And I ain't gonna worry about the punch hole. That's fine. But Summertime Blues and Heaven and Hell on the back. John Entwistle's Heaven and Hell. So, get in there, you rat bastard. I don't want to mess this up. I want to protect the record, but I do want to protect the sleeve too. So there it is. Heaven and Hell. Summertime Blues. And here is a copy of The Seeker. Maybe this is the one I have more than one copy of. The Seeker. I remember picking this up. I was in college and I found a copy of this and picked it up because the B-side is a non-album cut, Here for More. The Seeker is on Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy. But yeah, look at this. This has some ringwear. These Decca records are known for getting ringwear because there is a little bit of a ridge right there. So creates that situation where it's going to wear away. But Here for More, man. Kind of a goofy song by Roger. It's the Who. It's the 4 guys playing. It does have some cool guitar on it. I remember how it ends. It's really kind of neat. But anyway, so Roger Daltrey got some royalties from the back of that. I think I am missing my mark, or what the hell's happening here? Oh. Yeah. This is a bitch. This, I just added 2 minutes to my frickin' video now because of this goddamn bitch. You mother. Sorry, kids. Sorry about that. Sorry. All right, man. The Seeker. The short version of the Seeker. And here for more. Well, that's something different. And here's something cool. Different company sleeve. Right? Look at this. Decca Records. Look at this. Doesn't it look like I must be like the hippest dude on the block with this record in this company sleeve? Decca Records. Come on, everybody, come over to my place. We'll have a frickin' Who party. And here's Call Me Lightning and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Call Me Lightning and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Call Me Lightning, man. And this record is in absolute pristine condition. Another one with a hole. A lot of these Decca records that I found have a little hole in them. Look, this doesn't have a lined sleeve. Yeah, I gotta be careful, man. I don't want to mess up these company sleeves, man. Look at that shit. Music wherever you go. That's so cool, man. Yeah, I kind of dig it. You know, when I was younger, I didn't care about these sleeves, but I have a much higher appreciation for these artifacts today. So, and I really like that one. Here's something special. And again, I got to thank my friend Chris Kretsch. Thank you, Chris, for this beautiful single sleeve. He gave me this. He found a bunch at a store. I think he found them at a store in Morristown, up in Jersey, in Morristown as well. And I just so happen to have, in fact, this is a Happy Jack and Whiskey Man. Right? And it's not even a punch out. There's no punch hole in this one. So, but he found 5 or 6 of these sleeves. I shouldn't even say that because it's going to cheapen the value. And it's in beautiful shape. Look at it. Shit. Absolutely beautiful condition. There's, except for a staple hole. A couple of stains on this one too. How about that? I never noticed that. And here's another copy. 2 copies. So, that is definitely one of my prized possessions, one of my prized Who artifacts, man. This record in this sleeve, and it's got to be worth about $4. So I might retire tomorrow. Yeah, take it easy the rest of my life with that. Here is something that I picked up when I was living in Richmond, Virginia, and this is a Reaction single. It's on the Reaction label, and this is Happy Jack. And the reason I picked this up is for the B-side, I've Been Away. I've been away so long. So, but the label is pristine, and I love that it's got that punch-out center that wasn't punched out, which is nice. Made in England, 1966. Yeah, I guess my... there's no way that you could say that this is really chronological. It is kind of haphazard because The Seeker came out in 1970, I believe. So it's kind of all over the map. But Happy Jack, I can understand why I would keep it with the domestic version of Happy Jack. That makes some sense. But, all right, anyway. Look, and yeah, see? Here is I Can See for Miles. And this is so sweet because it has an alternate version, an alternate recording of Marianne with the Shaky Hands. Man, that's so cool. Yeah, this is really good. Now, it looks a little bit beat up, but this is actually really quiet. The marks on the record, there is just one bad one that goes across the top of it right here, but it's not all that prominent when I play it. I don't really hear it. And the B-side is in better shape than the A-side. And that works for me because, well, I Can See for Miles is so loud, so you're not going to hear any pops or ticks anyway. It's almost over-modulating on this record. And then Marianne with the Shaky Hands is this beautiful, beautiful song. Different version than the one that's on Sellout. So it's kind of nice to have this. I mean, all these Who B-sides, man, you can score on loads of different releases from the mid to late 70s right on up. They've been re-releasing them all and putting them on, putting them in different packages. And of course, looking forward to the new Who Sellout Deluxe package. How nice is that? All right, here is another version of, or another pressing, I should say. And this one is actually what I would say is more pristine than the one I just showed you, and it has different the labels are slightly different. Look at I Can See for Miles right across the top here. It's I Can See for Miles in much larger type, a much larger font. So yeah, different type of labels, but the same two songs. Marianne with the Shaky Hands in that large font. Really like that, actually. No factory labels, but oh, this is something I'm real happy to have. I can't remember where I picked this up from. Check this out, this box. And this is a promotional box set of four Who singles from Tommy, obviously. Now, I keep a lot of other stuff in here. No, not drugs or nothing, you guys. But I do have two other Who-related singles. See Me, Feel Me, and Overture from Tommy. Yeah. This is a little bit beat up, but I sure do like that picture sleeve. I actually found a picture sleeve of it. See Me, Feel Me, and Here's the Overture. All right, this isn't from the box set. This is something I kept with it because it was, there were Tommy tracks, and I figured, let me just throw them in there. I'll help protect them, keep them with the other records, and maybe it'll keep this picture sleeves a little bit more protected, because this picture sleeve's seen better days. There's no doubt about it. It is a little bit beat up, See it, but how nice. And here's something I got from my cousin Brucey, my cousin Bruce. All right, The Who, Pinball Wizard. Pinball Wizard and Dogs Part 2. Another non-album track at the time. And I remember when I was going to college, I was really heavily into The Who, because I got into The Who in high school. And junior high, really got into The Who actually back in junior high, but I got into collecting their singles in high school. And yeah, Pinball Wizard, how can you go wrong? Jesus Christ. But then Dogs Part 2, what a silly song by Keith Moon. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Freaking dogs. All right, so, but I got this, yeah, Back with Dogs Part 2. Here it is right here. It says it right there in the corner. But what a beautiful sleeve. The sleeve's a little bit beat up, but I got this from my cousin Bruce. Thanks, Bruce. I told you I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. You are awesome. Thank you for providing this for me. So sweet. Anyway, here are the singles that come with the box. Now, it is important to note, this is what I learned a while ago, that come on, get off my record dust. It's important to know that there are bootleg copies of this box set out there, okay, that come with the records. And what I learned was that the catalog numbers in the dead wax, that's the wax where at the end of the song, the needle goes into the middle of the record. If you don't know that by now, come on. Well, if you don't know that by now, now you know. That's the dead wax. And in the dead wax, they have catalog numbers. And on the bootleg 45s, the catalog number in the dead wax is scratched in there like it was written in there. The ones that are not bootlegs, they have stamped numbers in the dead wax, as does this one. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Oh, look at that. Maybe you will be able to see it. See if I can see it and then show it to you. Here it is down here. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't scratched in. That's stamped in there. This is actually record 7 and 8. So I'm looking at them backwards here. Sally Simpson and I'm Free. Yeah. Going backwards here. So here's Amazing Journey and the Acid Queen. Here's 3 and 4. Go to the mirror. Go to the mirror, boy. And then, Tommy, can you hear me? What a beautiful piece of music that is, actually. Tommy, can you hear me? These records are in absolutely pristine condition. Unbelievable that I found this box years and years ago in this shape. The box itself is kind of beat up. There's no question about it. But the records themselves are in really absolute beautiful shape, which means a lot to a record collector like me. So here's Smash the Mirror and Sensation. I'm a sensation. Smash the Mirror. How cool. And Sally Simpson and I'm Free. Wow. And comes with this little booklet. You open it up. Tells you all about songs. Excerpts from Tommy by The Who, a 2-record rock opera. And it gives you the catalog number from the United States on the original pressings. So this tells you gives you a synopsis of the story. And of course, everybody thought it was very strange. And it was very strange, especially when the movie came out. All right. But here's the booklet. That's actually in real good shape. Nothing on the back. So classy, because there's nothing on the back. All right, so but there you go. I got these cool stickers. I got these from the fan club years and years ago. I don't even remember joining a fan club, but I must have, because I got these stickers that I just keep in this box. I'm pretty sure it was Kathy Keating who got me to join that fan club. Yay, Kathy Keating. I hope you're doing well, Kathy. Kathy Keating, I hope you are doing okay. So there is my Tommy Decca Records box set. I love this thing. It is not a bootleg. If the information that I got is correct, it's not a bootleg. There's no way it is, because it's got stamped catalog numbers in those records. Now, if that's incorrect knowledge, and look here, I'm going to ruin it right now. So I try to put it away in this plastic bag. There you go. So anyway, all right. Here, let's pick it up a little bit. Won't Get Fooled Again, and I Don't Even Know Myself. Of course, this is edited from the album, an edited version, and I Don't Even Know Myself. Wow, what a great B-side. Holy shit. Can't believe this got relegated to the B-side of a really hot rock single that, people might not think to turn over the record, because Won't Get Fooled Again is so good. Of course, you should listen to the album version so you hear the whole thing. That's what you should do, but maybe you won't do that. And here's another version of that same record. This one's actually a little bit cleaner. And again, the font's a little bit different. It's a smaller font. But the record's in mint shape. Beautiful shape. All right. And let's keep the pace up. Here is something else. Here's Something on Ode Records. This is a look on Ode Records. And I try so hard to match the record with the sleeve so that it actually looks, see, just like that. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're a dork like I am, that's what you do with your time. So, Ode Records, right? They released a different version of, a different recording of Tommy. It came out on an LP, and they had different guests. They had Maggie Bell, Mary Clayton, Roger Daltrey. Well, he's not really a guest, but he is on here. He's featured on here, and Rod Stewart. They did this other version of Tommy back in '72, and this single is from 1972, and it has your side one, Smash the Mirror, The Acid Queen, I'm Free, and Pinball Wizard. Rod Stewart sings Pinball Wizard. You know, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think I've ever played this record. I picked it up. I have it, but I don't think I ever played it. Oh, it looks like there might be a secret message in the dead wax. No secret message, just some catalog numbers. Anyway, so I have it, but I don't listen to it. I also have, if you saw my LP collection, I have this box set. Well, not really a box, but anyway, it's a fancy package of the album that these songs came from, and I don't think I've listened to it. Maybe once. I put it on for 3 or 4 songs, and I just said, I don't want to hear this. I want to hear the Who do it. All right? Not for nothing, but that's who needs to do it, right? But I do have this EP. It is part of my collection. Here is a bootleg of, I believe this is a bootleg of The Relay and Wasp Man on the B-side. And I believe that the bootleg is a longer version of the song, but I could be wrong. You know, I really should just compare this to the British import, which I happen to have a copy of. I think I do. Anyway, The Relay and Wasp Man. I think I have that. But I do have this, and I did get this one right around college, like senior year of high school or my freshman year in college. So that's Relay and Wasp Man. You know what? Yeah, I don't think I have the British import. I take that back. I do have Let's See Action and When I Was a Boy, a brilliant John Entwistle track, a absolutely brilliant song. Let's See Action and When I Was a Boy. These are later British pressings of the single. I mean, this came out back in '71, and this is a much later pressing. I'm sure it was probably pressed in '76 or '77. Maybe not. I don't know. And then Joined Together and Baby Don't You Do It. All right, live version of Baby Don't You Do It. And how nice. 49 minutes. And here is domestic pressing of Love Reign Over Me and Water. Water. I remember when I picked this up because of water. I wanted water. I really needed some water. So I got this record. And I like Water, man. That's a great non-album track. I don't know if it was recorded around the time they did Quadrophenia. I don't think it was. I think it was some earlier session that they recorded Water at. But that's a studio version of it. And here is The Who Had Enough and Who Are You? Kind of beat up. British pressing of an edited version of Who Are You? I think it's edited. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is an edited version of it. Which, when I was a kid, man, I there's probably a lot of records I didn't buy. I'm not yawning about that. I think there were a lot of records I probably skipped on picking up a copy of them if they were edited versions, because I was almost kind of like a snob about it. Like I was like, I don't need that. It's edited. They cut a piece out of there. Who the hell wants to hear that? But I have grown to want to complete certain collections. So if I could score these things, you know, I would pick them up. This one, I picked it up because it's got a kind of a neat picture sleeve. Kind of neat, I suppose. I don't know, maybe a lot of people might think that's pretty ugly. I kind of dig it. You know. And then, of course, when The Kids Are All Right came out, this was released. In fact, this is Who. Well, wait a minute. Is this Who? Yeah, here's Who. No, Who won? You may ask. Who won? You can see it up there in the corner. Who won? So this is the very first single with that naming configuration. This is Who 2. And this is actually an EP. Long Live Rock, and then I'm the Face, and My Wife. And of course it was exciting to me because it was an EP, and I didn't have a lot of EPs back then. Usually it was one song per side, and that was what you got. And but this has 2 songs on one side, and I love that. I think that's kind of neat. I still think it's kind of neat. But then I like these artifacts. I really appreciate these solid pieces of plastic that have music imprinted in them. Man, it's so cool that, was it Thomas Edison who invented this concept where these grooves will produce a sound that you want to listen to with those cylinders? I don't know if he actually invented it, but I think he helped develop it. I could be wrong. I don't know. All right, and then here is from the soundtrack to Quadrophenia, 515 and I'm One. So domestic single on Polydor Records, 515 and I'm One. All right, so, and this came out not long after Who Are You came out, and The Kids Are All Right came out. Quadrophenia was out. Here is domestic single of You Better You Bet, with the quiet one on the B-side, on Warner Brothers Records. All right. Yeah, I noticed these picture sleeves. Some of them really suck. Shitty design, and you try to put the record in, and then it's peeling away the glue because of the design of the sleeve. You know, like I guess there's a lot. There's a lot to bitch about. Ha! Pinball Wizard and Dogs Part 2 on the brown label. This is actually the first version of Pinball Wizard I ever owned. I found out about Dogs Part 2 and I wanted a copy of it, and I found this, and I bought it at some record store that had this in the bin, and I was all excited about it. Dogs Part 2, what's that? What's that? And I got home, played it, and loved it. Here is a re-release of My Generation, Pinball Wizard. And when did this come out? Fuck all, man. I cannot read. I cannot read. I need new glasses or something. It's time to go see the doctor, or the eye doctor, so I can get new prescription. But anyway, what a neat looking record. It's yellow and it's got a nice cool custom label, and that just is awesome. Awesome. So cool. Yeah, there you go. That's what that is. A re-release back in 70, back in 95, I think that came out. Here's an oddball thing. It's not The Who, but it was Dumb Rock Volume 5. And what this is it's an oddball thing. I guess it's an homage to the Beatles and The Who, because it's a bunch of different indie artists from back in probably 91 or 92. They got together and they put this single out. Now, side A is a version of You Know My Name, Look Up the Number by the Beatles. That's that Let It Be B-side. Side 2 is, I'll let you read it, Tommy in 7 minutes. And so they do It's a Boy, Amazing Journey, Eyesight to the Blind, Christmas, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Queen, Fiddle About, Tommy Can You Hear Me, Smash the Mirror, I'm Free, Tommy's Holiday Camp, We're Not Gonna Take It, and Listening to You, See Me, Feel Me, in 7 minutes. So some of these songs are just a matter of seconds. And the record is in lovely clear vinyl. That's side A, which I think is cool because it's the cut side of that apple. And then here's Tommy in 7 minutes, and they have a fancy little label there. Vital Music Records presents, and this is what they presented. So I know I got this when I was down in Richmond. There was a guy who was a real nice guy, man. He owned this record store, Greg. I don't know if he still owns it. Who knows what the hell happened to Greg, man. It's been years since I've been down there. But I think he cut me some slack on the cost of this. This is marked at $3.99. Soundhole was his record store. And I think he sold me this on the cheap. He was a really nice guy, man. All right, man. Now to the heavy artillery. And that is this. One of 4 box sets. The Brunswick Singles. 4 box sets. Here, I might as well show you the boxes too. right? Reaction Singles. Track. I stuck the sticker up there because I wanted to hold on to that sticker. And Polydor. And there's the sticker on that one down there. Huge. Huge. So let's go ahead and go through them. I'll try to burn through them real fast. Each one of these box sets comes with a really nice little nifty booklet that has some really great artwork, and it's got some text so you can learn about stuff. And they have nice replicas. Zoot Suit happens to be side A on this particular replica. I think that Zoot Suit was side A on some singles that were pressed, and I'm the Face was side A on some as well. I think it's like a double A side, but or at least each song was featured on the A. I think so. I think that's true. I'm the Face and Zoot Suit. Right. Here's the Brunswick Records. I Can't Explain. And Bald-Headed Woman. Why am I taking out of these sleeves? I'll leave them in the sleeves from now on to make this go a little quicker, right? Nice, anyway. Anyway, anyhow, anywhere. Daddy Rolling Stone. My Generation. And Shout and Shimmy. Circles. And Instant Party Mixture. That is a track that was never previously released on a single until this box set came out, because Instant Party Mixture was one of those extra tracks when they finally made a deal with Shell Tommy and released a deluxe version of My Generation on CD. That was one of those extra tracks. So here is A Legal Matter, Instant Party, The Kids Are All Right, and The Ox. Oops. Right? And La 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 Lies and The Good's Gone. Actually, I think I like this song better than La 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 Lies, but they're both all right, man. I like them both. Pete Davies, you should be salivating. You must have copies of these, Pete, right? Right, Pete? You gotta have copies of these things. And here's the reaction singles. My box has a little split in it, but I am not worried about it. I can't be that concerned about a split in the box. My singles are mint. Nice little booklet. God, I love that. Beautiful. And here you got Substitute and Instant Party, or AKA Circles. right? Okay. Some crap. Here, yeah, here you go. Substitute. Different shade of blue, man. I like that. That's kind of neat. Substitute, and here it is again, Waltz for a Pig. The Who Orchestra. The Who Orchestra. All right, Waltz for a Pig. Again, it's not even the Who, so. But how neat that they included it in this box set, so you can pay good money for that. I'm a boy, and in the city. Awesome. Ha! Look at that. You've seen this before. Well, sort of. And this has a catalog number 592001. Right? It's not Who 7 like the other one. And so you get that nice picture sleeve, and you get to oogle that beautiful reaction label. I think that's the coolest label, man. I love it. Right? So and then here it is, Happy Jack, and I've Been Away. So there you go. Why the fuck did I do that? Okay. So that's your reaction box set. Let's put it back in this little bag. Try not to destroy it in the process. Then everybody's tuning out. It's only been an hour and 8 minutes. Lightweights. All right, man, here's the track singles. I'm gonna burn through this fast, man, because, and then Polydor, same thing, because there's so many of them. Nice. Thicker booklet because you got more material to review and talk about, and beautiful. All right, so let's get down to business. Pictures of Lily and Dr. Doctor. See, that's one I wish I had a domestic pressing of Pictures of Lily. I'm pretty sure that there was one, but I don't have a copy. Last Time and Under My Thumb, 1967. I Could See for Miles, and Someone's Coming. Last time I was doing the video, I thought it was the guy downstairs. Sure sounded like something was going on down there. Here's Dogs and Call Me Lightning. Yeah. Here is Magic Bus and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oops. Well, it's upside down, but anyway. Wow, they're both upside down. how sloppy I am. Here is Pinball Wizard and Dogs Part 2. I found out that the labels are reversed for Pinball Wizard and Dogs Part 2, and I would love to find out if I can get a proper pressing of this, but I'm not going to sweat about it. Life's too short, man. Here's The Seeker, and Here for More. Here is Summertime Blues and Heaven and Hell. Right? See Me, Feel Me, and Overture. Here is an EP. See Me, Feel Me, Christmas, Overture, and I'm Free. See? Beautiful. Beautiful. I guess this is a replica of what it was released in, and it's a beautiful track EP. Right? See that? I'm not showing you the other side. It looks just like this side. So just knock it off. Just stop. Here's Won't Get Fooled Again and Don't Know Myself. Don't Know Myself instead of I Don't Even Know Myself. But that's what they decided that they were going to call it in England. And here's Let's See Action. When I Was a Boy. Here is Join Together and Baby Don't You Do It. Here is Relay and Wasp Man. And here is, what's this? 5:15. And water. Okay? So, we're going to put all these back in this box. We're so close to being done. Just got to go through this monster of a box. Now, this encompasses 1975 through 2015. So it's kind of neat. It's certainly not going to be as popular as these first 3 box sets, man. That's the primo stuff, if you ask me. I love it. But now, you know, I've stuck with The Who, man, and have revisited some of their later albums and have found that I think I can appreciate them more now than I did when they first came out back in 2000, whenever. Some of these later releases, man. But anyway, let's show you what's in here anyhow. If I can. I can tell you this. The records themselves are so thick and so heavy. I can't even believe it. I think that's why this box is so thick. So here is Overture from the movie Tommy, and Listening to You, See Me, Feel Me, the B-side. And I think that this is going to be the last time. It's actually credited to Pete Townsend, and then this is credited to Roger Daltrey in the chorus. It's not even credited as The Who, as the Horrible Ooh. But is Horrible Who? Horrible. Not horrible. They're horrible. Here's Success Story and Squeezebox and Success Story. Here is Who Are You and Had Enough, right? Long Live Rock, I'm the Face, and My Wife. I'm the Face. So thick. It just actually feels kind of brittle because it's so thick. Here is 515 and I'm One. Interesting how the domestic release of the movie version of 515 and I'm One has a picture sleeve, but this British release has a factory sleeve. Go figure it out. You Better You Bet. And, wow, it doesn't tell you on the back of this what song is on the B-side. I think it's, calls me the Quiet One. Let me guess. Yep, The Quiet One. Of course. Because that's what it was. And here's Don't Let Go of the Coat. And You. Another John Entwistle B-side. Don't Let Go of the Coat, man. I think that's a great song. I love it. I actually like Face Dances. I think it's a really excellent album. And I know that there are probably a lot of people out there who disagree. I think it's hard. That was like Darren Locke says, it's hard to listen to. I thought that was funny. And so here's the single from It's Hard, Athena and A Man is a Man. Athena, holy cow. I don't get it. Here is an interesting and unique item from this box set only, and that is Eminence front on a single with a picture sleeve. They were going to put it out. They decided not to do it. And the B-side is It's Your Turn. They were going to release it with the single, and they didn't do that. I think that it was released as a single, but not in this picture sleeve. So this was planned. They scrapped the sleeve, but I think they did put out the single. Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't have an original copy of Eminence front on a single, and maybe that's because they didn't release it. If they did, I don't think I would have bought it anyway. Here's Twist and Shout live, and I Can't Explain is the B-side. This was taken from Who's Last. All these neat picture sleeves. Okay, here's another from a Greatest Hits package. So they put out Won't Get Fooled Again and Boney Maroney. All right, B-side is, I'm pretty sure that was just a live recording from, pretty sure. Yeah, performed live and recorded on the Rolling Stones mobile. That was at the Young Vic on April 1971. So I believe that these were the sessions for Lifehouse. I believe that's correct. Here is Joined Together, and then I Can See for Miles, and Behind Blue Eyes. All right. From that live sound mix by Clive Franks. 1990, Virgin Records. Wait a minute. Virgin Records. What am I talking about here? Oh yeah, Polydor Virgin. Look at that. And then Real Good Looking Boy and Old Red Wine. Wow. Wire and Glass. 6 songs from a mini opera, The Who. So this is just an EP. Just. See, I kind of dig this. this album a little bit more now. Time was good to it. Maybe the shock wore off finally. And this has 5 songs on side 1. They're all under 2 minutes. And then Mirror Door is the B-side at 4:13. Mirror Door. And then their very last single, on vinyl anyway, so far, is Be Lucky and I Can't Explain is on the B-side. The debut 45 single in mono, so it's a mono version of I Can't Explain on the B-side of this. Nice though, nice picture sleeve. That is the Polydor box set, you guys, and that means that this video's over. So why am I still recording if it's over? That doesn't make any sense. All right, man, I hope you enjoyed that. Here, I'm just going to show you these books I pulled out for whatever reason. Beautiful book. 50 Years of the Who. I picked this up really cheap from Barnes & Noble. And I have not read it yet. So that's just typical. Here's something I got from Richard Weiner. The guy was so nice. I miss talking to Richard. Rich Weiner. He stopped talking to me. He was mad at me for an absolutely ridiculous reason. So outrageously wrong. Richard, you were wrong to be upset with me. I'm telling you. But thank you for this. This is beautiful. He gave me this years, this was back in 96 or 97. And it's so cool. It's got all kinds of cool information in here about stuff and all kinds of photographs from all over the place. A lot of black and whites. And then this was by Andy Neal and Matt Kent. This came out back in 2000, I think, or 2001. 2002 maybe it was. Oh my God, what a tome. What a tome. What a book. So anyway, now it's over. What is it? An hour and 23 minutes. Have a nice day. See you next time.